Okay, this is going to be a special bonus edition. Try and keep it between 5 and 10 minutes. You've heard me wax on or refer to Dr. Ron Paul as the great Dr. Ron Paul. My favorite political guy ever in my life. And there are a number of people that you might consider or call the heir to the liberty movement that Dr. Paul brought about. The great Dr. Paul brought about. And one of those people, in my humble opinion, would be none other than Tom Woods. Now, this is, I'm not going to count this. This would be episode 99, but I'm not going to count it in the official count because this is a bonus episode. While catching up on my podcasts over the last day or two, it came to my attention that Tom Woods has got pneumonia. Now, as somebody that's had pneumonia and I watch my wife with pneumonia, that's really bad news. And it's for somebody that basically makes his living by talking. I mean, that's a serious setback. That's a real rough spot. So, if you don't know, Tom Woods is a devout Catholic. He is likes the traditional Latin Mass on top of it. So he's a serious guy in that regard, as well as a top-notch libertarian theorist and a PhD historian and a very learned economist, even though that's not his official field. I would ask for anybody that should listen to this, whether you're Catholic, Protestant, or Orthodox, say a prayer to our Heavenly Father on behalf of the Woods family for a quick and speedy and complete recovery of Dr. Tom Woods. And just as a personal aside, there's one other podcast that I would consider, besides his, influential in getting me off my butt to do mine. But I will say that Tom Woods does it in such a way that it spurs me to continue with the happy warrior mode. Spurs me to be serious when serious is called for, but kind of laugh off and enjoy yourself on everything else. And I can, if you don't listen to podcasts, fine, you're not going to get it. But if you do listen to podcast radio, you have any interest, I would encourage you, go listen to Tom Woods' show. Pick an episode. Listen to it. Now, look, Dr. Tom Woods is very much the full-on, fire-breathing libertarian. And as I've mellowed or gotten more radical with age, I've kind of drifted a little bit away from that hard line. He toes the line. And I appreciate every bit of it. And the challenge of the thought process and the challenge of staying consistent is there in every conversation that I get to listen to. And he brings on guests and they talk and they discuss and they don't always agree. And he's always cordial and always friendly. The guy's great. So, as I said, not even trying to sell his podcast for him because this guy's got like not quite 2,000 episodes. I don't even have 100 yet. But of all the people I listen to, he's the one that he's one of 3 that I listen to first and foremost. And he is probably the most influential person to get me off my butt and start my own. And I say all of this because I want to put on record, permanent record, that my appreciation for everything that he has done. Because when you have pneumonia, there's no guarantee. In fact, as Christians, we don't believe that you are guaranteed to see tomorrow anyway. But just as an aside, the appreciation that I have for the work that man has done and the way that he helps tons of other people out there is second to none in my book. So, as I said, if you are devout, Protestant, Catholic, Orthodox, pray to our Heavenly Father for the Woods family and for his speedy, complete recovery. And I know it's kind of a cheesy episode, and I know it's kind of fanboyish, especially coming right off the last one I did. But I just couldn't help myself. I mean, I want a written record, or I want a verbal, permanent record of how much I appreciate Tom Woods and how much his show and what he's done in his academic writing and just libertarian writing has meant to me. And I plan on sending him a hopefully less gushy email in the next day or two, encouraging him and letting him know that we'll be praying for him. So I would just merely ask that you would consider doing the same. That is all. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thank you. I'll see you on the other side.